Hello guys, what's up? It's been a long time since we last met, so I thought why not make a video to give a good start with it. So, as you know, this vlog is all about technology, music, and some nature. So today in this vlog, I'm showing you what all are the basic toolkits which you'd require to keep it with you in order to execute any kind of simple hobby projects to complex projects which would involve some day-to-day reworking or day-to-day testing and stuff like that. So this is a hand carried box. I have just converted the multimeter box into my suitcase box of kits which can be carried along with you. So if you see, there is one screwdriver kit, a cutter. You'd require a stripper, so this would help you to cut wires and get the copper outside. A brush, so this brush is very much handy to clean the dust or some extra particles on your PCB or on your project. A handful of soldering metal, some of you even call that as lead. Okay, so the screwdriver has come out, and a good soldering gun. Now, in order to buy this soldering gun, you don't need to have a complex gun with you. All you need is a very good quality needle. So you can buy some multiple diameter needles and a simple soldering gun. That would solve the purpose. However, if you are going for some SMD pad soldering, some really complex things, then surely you'd require some temperature controlled type of soldering guns, because in that case you'd require to solder some temperature controlled chip which needs to be given some particular amount of temperature beyond which it can get damaged. So yes, I am using this basic soldering gun because I don't require those type of chip on my home. I especially use that in my office. So yes, pretty much this solves the purpose, and it would solve purpose for you also, I guarantee on that. Next one are these are pretty handful things. So these are important when you require some rework. So this help in desoldering. So they are called as desoldering wires or desolwick, and these are pretty much useful to do a lot of rework. But yes, this requires a lot of practice because it is really dangerous, as it can even trigger off your pad or your wire from the PCB. So you need to be careful while using this, otherwise you can ruin your PCB. The next one is this flux. So if you are into SMD soldering, then this flux is very useful, as it helps to grab the PCB, some metals in the required area, and to reject metal in non-metallic areas. So if you are not using a masked PCB, or you are using a very thin pad type of PCBs with SMD pads, then this can be really handful. So you should have this in your checklist. And finally, yes, the most important thing is the multimeter. Now you don't need to buy a very complex multimeter from Fluke or something like that until and unless you are into really deep calculations of voltages and currents. If you are into just understanding the voltage with some plus minus 10% or even little more than that, then a good multimeter with resistance, capacitance, DC voltage, AC voltage, current measurement, AC current, some diode testing or LED testing, and continuity testing, along with your select and hold switch and BJT testing. If you have these features with you, then you are good to go with these type of multimeters. You don't need to buy some complex multimeters with auto ranging for a hobby based system. A simple dial type of multimeter is fair enough, because if you are buying this type of rotary systems, they are fairly cheaper compared to the auto ranging type of multimeters. So it's again your choice. If you are not into too much of hard work like this, rotating too much of rotary thing and reducing your calories, then you can obviously go for some auto-tuned multimeters, low cost multimeters. But yes, do not go for a very low cost multimeters like those which come for some 200 rupees or something like that, because those multimeters can really cause a big damage in your calculations of voltages, as they are not properly tuned. And even for hobby level projects, I would not recommend you to use those things. Those things could be hardly used for some continuity tests or something like that. But if you have a fairly good enough coming for about 990 or 1000 rupees probably, then you are good to go. This will last long, as well as it will give you proper reading. And yes, if you are into deep calculations, you can go for some really complex systems from Fluke and Rishabh Instruments and multimeters like that. So yes, apart from this, you would not require much, but again, it's the personal choice. But if you have a checklist, these are the things which you should have. I forgot to show you my screwdriver system. So I would suggest you to buy a screwdriver with tweezers coming into it. And the advantage of having these type of screwdrivers is, if you are doing mechanical project along with your electrical project, then these type of screwdriver series would really come handy, which have multiple diameters and multiple varieties of screws which can be used. And since I am using some servo motors, I have some servo mechanicals, but these are not really required in your basic hobby kit. So if you are into this, then you could go for these type of things in your hobby. That's all for your blog, guys. I'll be coming again with some more interesting things soon. Till then, bye, take care.